have a special guest with us today.
Yes, sir.
You know, y'all saw the posts, like the millions of posts
Yes, sir.
and reshares.
Yes, sir.
I'm
yes,
just
sir.
gonna let him introduce himself because you know he's already here talking anyway.
All right. Well, hey, let me take over then.
Take
All
over.
Right, cool.
Go ahead.
Hey, I am the universal host of Chicago. I am Young Gotti, man. I got my dope podcast, Gotti's World Show. Also, I got my other show, the Underground 7 Countdown, that I just jumped off. So, hey, I'm here, man. I'm glad to be here. Thank y'all for bringing me.
All right. Let's go ahead and clap it up one more time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got the universal host, you know?
Yeah, I do a little bit of that.
Yeah, universal.
Yeah, 2 shows. I'm a live host. I do everything. I got my hands in a lot of things, so therefore, I keep busy. I keep busy.
What do you like doing the best, I guess, out of all the things that you do? Like, is there one that you're like, if I could just do this?
The podcast.
The podcast.
I love my podcast. That's my baby. That's what kicked everything off. That's my foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the reason why that is because I get to talk to different people with different walks of life.
Yeah. Right.
And you learn something from every episode. Whether it's something new, ask questions that I really want to know. We talk life. And when I say I pick up jewels from women, men,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Artists.
Yeah.
No matter what race it is, I had different races. I talk to everybody, so you know what I mean. You learn a lot.
I've tried. I mean, I've done a few hosting things, but it's hard when you're at certain places where the crowds just aren't into it. Like, if it's mainly artists that are there to perform, it's harder. Like, rather than having a crowd that actually wants to be there to see the performances, when it's like the next person's just waiting, so they're just like, y'all heard me. I had to go off once. Like, y'all not gonna support these people when they're clapping for you. Like, you can't have these people come up here and
they'll leave, especially at the artist showcase.
They'll perform and go, and not even support the next artist.
Yeah, well, as far as with artists, in some way, shape, or form, they a lot of these artists, young artists now, they feel entitled. They feel entitled, and that's where a lot of things go wrong with them because they try to skip a lot of steps. And they haven't put in no work, and they think they're somebody, and they're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then, when things kick off, or they try to get that fast success, and they hit a standstill, or they go for the bigger name, they don't want to come out no money.
Right.
And all this is marketing, promotion, and this is what this game is. That's why it's called the music business. You know what I mean? And they just want to have the fun, the glitz and glamour, and they want to be seen, but they don't want to put no money into themselves. Yeah. But they look good though.
They do.
They look good.
Then too, a lot of them don't know the business part.
And that's the part. That's what I'm saying. And that's the flip side. Like everybody want to get in because it's cool. It's the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? They feel like this is the easy way out.
It's almost like a fad.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't because it's harder to become an athlete than it is an artist.
Come on now.
You don't have to put in as much work as an athlete. Like an athlete, they train 24 hours a day almost because they start with what they eat, how much they sleep, how much they work out. So it's all day.
They don't want to put the work in.
Yep.
They don't want to. They want to be microwave. Everything is microwave right now.
It is. That's a big word.
But the thing is, even with the podcast game, everybody wants to be seen and heard. Everybody wants to do radio. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure you guys see it. You be like, man, ain't got shit going on. Like, what is that? Like, what are you really doing?
Yeah.
And so what I do is I don't even trip on it no more. I just look at it and say, okay, all right, well, let's see how long they last. You know what I mean? Let's see if they really get frustrated because they don't know some of the ins and outs yet. Yeah. When people ain't listening to them, when people ain't, the views ain't adding up. Yeah. When they get that, they drop this big, I'm gonna do a podcast, and they get 30 views. Let's see how long they stick around.
Yeah, because it is
build that up.
It's hard to build. I mean, we've all been there. At the beginning.
It takes time.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes time and consistency.
You definitely got to be consistent. That's the thing. That's the thing. Even with talent, like I can talk to anybody. Like that's a God-given thing that I have. I can talk to anybody, no matter what it is. Yeah. But I'm very consistent, so therefore you see me more. You see me post more. You see me do a lot of things. I'm always posting something, and that's why I'm like, ain't nobody working You know what I mean? And I can say that confidently because I'm like, who doing it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when you tell me you are doing it, I got a podcast. Okay, well, I got a podcast and I got a show. Okay. Oh, well, I'm going to do this too. Okay, well, I do live hosting too, and I get paid for that too.
Yeah. All right, everybody thinks they're doing something different. It's like, you just
see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I put my hand into the clothes. So now I got clothes too. So now what we doing? So I got 4 things that I got going on. What you got going on? What we doing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And people don't realize how much money. They think it's just a podcast or just radio, but how much money goes into it. Like just as much as an artist, maybe even more. Because of all the licensing and stuff and the advertising. I mean, all the money that you drop to put into it. We know. Because every month when them bills come around, we're like, man.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You don't know how many credit cards I maxed out. You don't know how many credit cards I done maxed out. How many debates I done did with myself. All right, if I'm gonna pay for this interview to get this space, or I'm gonna put this 50 in the tank, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and do this interview. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to get there eventually. But I need this interview. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's a lot. It's really a lot. You put a lot into it. I didn't went broke for it. And a lot of people say, man, you ain't went broke. And one of my OGs, Bo Deal, he had to actually tell me, you ain't go broke for it. You just invested in yourself. And now you're seeing the fruits of your labor. Yeah. So that's exactly what, you know what I'm saying, is going on for it.
Or is it black people broke? Because we different. Because if we don't have the newest shoes, the newest car, the newest this, the newest that. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't let none of this shit. Don't let this shit fool you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they always even see success as like the things. But I don't see success as things. I see it as we're leaving this for their kids. You know, we're leaving this as a legacy piece. I mean, that's success. Yeah. When you're setting up your future for your future generations to have something.
It is. And like I said, a lot of people don't see that. These younger artists and stuff like that, they don't see that. They're not thinking that far ahead. They're thinking for the right now. And us, you know, we probably a little older, and we just like, nah, this is, I'm not trying to go back to a 9 to 5. I haven't been in my 9 to 5, it's been a year. A year. I haven't been to a 9 to 5 in a year. I haven't punched the clock in a year. And I'm okay. You know what I mean? 3 kids, a wife. I'm okay.
All right. Hey, there you go.
Hey, I quit my 9 to 5 twice in 6 months.
Hey, look, I ain't had a 9 to 5. I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 2017. No, seriously.
But I wanted to try something new, and I realized I'm not made because I haven't worked in a long time, and I was like, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go to work, and I'm like, I don't like working.
Yeah.
Not for other people.
Yeah. But that's the fun part. I have my time to be free, but I'm not really free because I'm trying to create.
Right.
To where I can bring revenue in. And it's costing me more my time is more valuable now. Mm-hmm. I figured I learned that my time is more valuable to be with my kids, be at sports events and stuff like that they have. And when I say it's been working for me and it's been the best shit I done did.
Yeah.
I ain't going back.
I believe you.
Yeah, I ain't going back to jail. That's jail to me in my eyes. 9 to 5, that's jail to me.
Man.
Right, so you mentioned earlier that you got a lot of gems from like people that came across your path and everything.
Yeah.
Can you like just drop one gem that you heard from somebody?
Ooh, who was that? It had to be. There's been so many, man. I would say Bo Deal. I would go with that. Bo Deal. Bo Deal, he told me, I'm telling you, I'm going broke, man. I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? Things is tight at the crib. He just like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? You didn't build a relationship with me. You didn't build a relationship with this person. Now, your name getting bigger. So, with you going broke, that's for now. but your name gonna be currency later on.
And that's true.
And my name is going further than what I can see right now. It's because everybody hears Gotti, young Gotti. So when they hear it, it's like, oh, okay, I know his show. I've been trying to get on that show. Okay, well now that's a promotional. That's promotional. That's gonna cost.
Yeah.
To be on the countdown, it costs. To buy my clothes, to look like what I look like, costs. So now my name is ringing.
Ringing bells.
You know what I'm saying? To get me out these shows, to get me to host these shows, that costs. You know what I mean? So now my name is my currency.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing he told me. He said, you know, your name is ringing currency. So don't worry about what's happening right now. Just keep investing, stay consistent, and you'll get all that back ASAP.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
So when did you know like you had a talent for being a host?
I'm gonna be real, man. When I know I can, like I said, talk to anybody. That's just what I do. You know what I mean? I can talk to anybody about anything. Yeah. As long as you know a little bit about something, you can talk about whatever. You know what I mean? You can stay into the conversation. As long as you stay in the conversation and you know a little bit about that subject they talking about, you win. You know what I mean? So I can talk to anybody, but what really kicked everything off for me was when I went to Illinois Media School. I went to the media school.
Everybody keep on.
Alumni right there.
Yeah.
He's an alumni.
Yeah.
That's his alma mater. You know?
So I went there and they saw something. They saw something in me. Yeah. And it was like, you know, everybody was there from, you know, doing what they doing, but I came in the way I came in with my mannerisms and things like that, and they say, you just need to polish this up, get out your fears of getting into the mics and stuff like that and talking and pronunciating. And once I figured that out and things started clicking, it's like, oh, let me free. I'm good.
Yeah.
Mag up. Let me figure this out. I got you.
Yeah.
And then I took my, I started the show, started with audio. Okay. It was just straight audio. And then I'm like, all right, it's doing okay. I'm getting some plays. I'm doing this. You know what I mean? But I'm like, nah, they got to see me. Yeah. They gotta see all this man candy right here. They gotta see all this man candy. So, mercy. You know what I mean? So they gotta see what's going on. So I was linked up with my people at Envion, man, and we've been rocking out ever since, and it's been growing and growing and growing. So yeah, man, I've been Illinois Media School really kicked everything off for me, seriously. Okay. Yes, sir.
So tell me about. I'm gonna switch topics real quick, y'all. So tell me about being married and being in the industry, because I'm married too, so I get it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't understand. Like, well, my husband's not in music, and I don't think your wife is either. So, but I used to be in fitness like her at one time. But you know, talk about that. Like, I don't think people understand like how hard that is. Like, did you find it hard at first? Like, people just
it was very hard
because they don't even care. They don't care that you're married. They don't.
No, none of these chicks out here they don't give a damn. They don't care. They just see what's going on, what you got, who you are, and it's so funny because that this microphone is powerful. You know what I mean? I could be walking in the club and they like, oh, okay, that's just another guy in the club.
But if you're carrying that mic,
but if I carry that mic and I say something and I walk through the crowd, and then they're like, oh, he's somebody. Yeah. Obviously, he's doing this for a reason, and this club got him here for a reason. He's on a flyer for. Oh, okay. Now I need to know him. Yeah. What he got going on. And at first, I started my first show. My first gigs was in a strip club. I started in a strip club.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Club O.
You gotta start somewhere.
Club O.
Club
O. Then I went over to V Live.
V Live.
I went over to V Live.
V Live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Vagina's live.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't never been, but yeah.
We here. And,
I ain't never been.
That's all vaginas.
Bad. And when I say she did not care for it, but the money was so good, and she didn't care about none of that. But it was just the whole point of me coming in 3-4 in the morning. Then I gotta get 3 hours of sleep, then go to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm gone half of that day. And then they asked me to come back Saturday. So now my Saturday and Sunday is to the club.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving my kids, I'm leaving her, and she like, wait a minute, whoa, don't make this a habit. And I'm like, what you mean? This is what I'm trying to get into. This is what I'm trying to do. And she did not understand it. But when I got the podcast going, and she saw that movement, and then she saw small little things and people reaching out, and she started seeing some of the, she knew this wasn't just something I was doing.
Right.
It wasn't a hobby.
It wasn't just a hobby. And when she saw that, she said, okay, let me sit back. Let me sit back and see this play out.
Yeah.
And now she believes in it.
My
mother, the same. She was the same way. She was just like, "Don't you gotta go to work in the morning? What you doing out here in these clubs? Like, what is this? What are you doing? What is this little thing that you're doing?"
Right.
And now they turn into this, and she see the fruits of the labor of people like, "I know your son. I know what this is.
Yeah.
That's Gotti your son." And you know, she
right.
eating it all up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my baby. You know what I mean? And then my wife like, yeah, that's him. You know what I mean? So yeah, they see it, and now that they know that it's not just a hobby, they like, okay, cool, we rocking with you, we roll. So.
What's funny is like the male perspective and female perspective of that, because like my husband was like, you go ahead and go. You want to travel 3.5 hours to go to Chicago to do a radio show? Go. You know? And some days I don't even make it. I'm like, I gotta stop and sleep because I'm so tired. So I'm getting home, because if we would leave like at 1 or 2, then I would get home at like 6 in the morning, sometimes 7. You know, so he's like, no, you got to keep doing it. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You know, so it's different here in like how females handle things, because he's just more or less like, just go. It's a dream. I'm working. Take care of it. Figure it out. You'll get it.
And you know what? She's an entrepreneur herself. So therefore, she sees what's going on and how hard it is, but she just don't see she doesn't see the ins and outs of it with me having late night phone calls, talking about business, talking about plans, sitting up watching interviews, getting my questions together, and things like that. At first, like I said, it was tough.
Yeah.
But now she understands and she knows it's preparation. I gotta be prepared to do what I gotta do. I gotta be in a certain mindset and in a certain zone to get things done. You know, so people can come back. You know what I mean? So people can come back to me and want to book me and feel like they had a good time on the show and stuff like that. So she understands, man. It was hard. It was
and it's the time differences. I mean, if you want to talk to somebody on the West Coast, you got to be up.
Got to.
Because if they're at a studio session and their session ends at 1, that's like a 4 o'clock phone call.
Even with traveling, even doing these out of town shows and getting booked out of town. Yeah. Like, I gotta be out there by myself. She gotta be the one to drop me off at the airport, and you know, and she looking like, I gotta trust him. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta trust him. I gotta know that he out there for a reason. And you know, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I wasn't the best. I wasn't the best husband. You know what I mean? Even before all this happened. So therefore, we had a lot of turmoil, a lot of things going on. So it was even more harder when I started going out of town, doing things and going to different strip clubs and different things, and people know it got crazy, bro.
Because out there, they're like, here's the vagina, do you want it?
What hotel you at? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That was ugly. You put that in the... That was ugly.
Man.
Go ahead, Wiz.
No, since you've been working, right? How fast has it like react for you to be like, man, my name is in a lot of conversations? Like, how fast did it hit for you?
It hit fast, bro. And when them big interviews, when I got them like back to back to back to back to back. Yeah. Leon Rogers kicked it off. He kicked off. Well, actually, it was El Hitta. Then it was Leon Rogers. Then after that, it was Bo Deal, Katie Got Bands, DJ Casper, the one who made the Cha Cha Slide. Yeah. He came. Then after that, Ramonski Love. So next thing you know, it's just, oh, he moving. Who is him? Who is him? Yeah. And things just start coming up. Man, I keep hearing about this guy. I keep hearing about this guy. I keep hearing. Oh, I see him. And it caught on very fast, bro. Very fast. And it's still, you know what? It's still kind of new to me in certain ways. No, I ain't gonna say new. It's kind of awkward.
Okay. That's the word. Yep.
Because to be honest with you, I have 20-year friends.
Okay.
20-year friends that know me, know my mama. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they calling me Gotti though. They're not calling me by my name no more. They're not calling me Herb. They're not. So it's like, wait a minute. Are you here for the love or are you here for the access? Why you calling me this? Like, bro, you know me.
Right.
Don't act. I don't want to hear this Gotti shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that, bro. My wife don't even call me that. She said all that shit leaves at the door when you get hit. All that, I don't know.
You're in the house. You're not Gotti anymore.
Right. Your daddy and your Herb.
I wish I would have picked a stage name.
Well, but you got one though. You got one. Nikki Blends.
I'm gonna be a DJ. I am working to be a DJ.
I gave her that name too.
That worked though.
Nikki, well, my name is Nikki Lynn, but he's like, you need to be Nikki Blends when you do the DJ stuff. One, because you're biracial. Two, because you're blending music.
That worked.
But I want to be somebody other than Nikki.
Well, who you want to be?
Like Cruz and Crystal. I don't know, something.
No, that ain't it.
No, but you know, because like you, it's just kind of weird. Like when people call my name and I don't know who they are. If you're out somewhere and you're like, why would they know me? But it's harder when they know your name. Because no matter what, you turn your head when you hear your name.
Exactly, and even like I said, it just gets awkward when it becomes family and friends. Calling me that. It's like, wait a minute, what is that?
Right.
What is that?
Yeah.
But I understand when people who see me or in the light or when I'm on stage and stuff like that, I get that. You know, it is what it is. But it just get a little awkward and it get a little funny when it becomes people that's close to you or supposed to be close to you. Yeah. But even with my name, my name is Irvin. That's my original. That's my government.
Right.
So, but in high school, everything it fits. Irv, Gotti.
Right.
Everybody called me Irv. So Gotti was the next thing to go with it. So I was just like, hey, that's the name, Gotti. That's what it is. And I'm going with my name. I'm cutting the Irv off. I put the young in there, switch the little letters around. That's what it is.
You good.
That's how it come out.
That's what's up.
It does work.
And then it's also an acronym behind that. It means, which I have, that's on my merch as well. Go overtime to invent. So that's a whole thing within itself. You know what I mean? You go overtime to do what you love and invent and create. So it all wraps in together. So that's how I wrapped it in.
I like that.
Man. So everybody has like their memorable gig that they've done. Do you have a memorable gig that you've ever done? It could be as recent as
yesterday.
Yesterday. Or it could be the strip club days.
No, the strip club was actually big. It was definitely big, but I did a show, the Midwest Takeover.
Okay.
Shout out to my girl Sierra, man. She definitely been doing it. She's been doing that showcase for a long time. And when she brought me on to be a host, that first one, man, it was epic. It was epic. Tore the house down. And that's where a lot of more buzz started coming my way. And a lot of more money started coming my way. Because they like, oh, he's not just a regular person that's just going to say something and get out the way. He going to clown. I'm a fool. I'm a whole fool in person. When y'all get to know me off of these cameras and stuff like that, ain't even on camera, I'm a fool. I talk all types of shit. You know what I mean? So, and it is what it is, but yeah, I'm a whole fool, man. So I clown up there. I talk about people. I get people interact with people while I'm doing it, just to make everything fun, man. I'm a fun guy, so it's just like it all goes with my personality. So you gotta have all that. You gotta have all that. You know what I mean? And I look at it as I look up to some of the other big hosts that's actually been doing it for a long time. Shout out to Kenny Burns, man, out there in Atlanta doing this thing. He once said in an interview, he was like, somebody could be having a terrible day or a terrible week, but that one time that they came to see me and they spent their money to come see me just to get out, just to get away from life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I put on a show. I don't care if I gotta roll around, sing, holler, do whatever. They gonna remember me when they leave, and they gonna remember that they had a good time that night while I was there. So every time they hear my name or I'm in their city, they coming back because they know it's gonna be a good time. And I kept that, man, and That's how my show's out. Seriously.
Well, hey, we finna get into this first music break.
Man, come on then.
Yeah.
I know I be talking too long, man. Y'all just gotta say shut up, nigga. That's all y'all gotta do. Say shut up.
We like the interaction.
Yeah. We got in rotation, man.
Mr. Know-It-All setting the table.
All right.
With the collective.
Yeah.
Especially them, man. They're making it big out here on Underground Hittas and the rest of the world. So this right here for them right now. So Mr. Know-It-All set the table right here on Underground Hittas, the basement. Young Gotti in the building right there. Mr. Know-It-All setting the table. The collective. We got Gotti up in the building right here. Let's go ahead and keep it energy going.
Yeah. Y'all better not down me. Y'all better not down me at all. I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about, during the break, we were talking about advertising, like interviews being part of advertising.
Yes.
So what's your most frustrating moments when artists want to get on, but then they're like, I have to pay?
Yeah. No, it ain't frustrating to me. It ain't frustrating
But like
to me.
trying to get them to understand, like, do you ever just spend time like trying to explain that to them?
I'll explain it to them. It's like, I'll say, man, you know, I'll give it to them like this. How much have you put up your video? Okay, yeah, you got 100 some views, 100K views or whatever, or you got 1,000 views or whatever, right? How much legwork did you put in to get that? Because don't get it twisted. You might did 20K in a day, but that was on somebody else's YouTube page. That wasn't on yours.
Right.
You didn't put no advertising into that. You just put somebody that was already popping, and you just put it on their page.
Yeah.
You ain't do no legwork. So it's like, what did you do? What type of marketing and promotion did you put into yourself to get this record brewing? And then I tell them, like, wait a minute. I said, so you think when DJ Khaled put something on the radio and he gotta, every hour they gotta play it, you don't think that's no money in between that?
That's paid.
It's paid.
It is.
Right.
iHeart just don't do it because he's DJ Khaled. That don't mean nothing.
Right.
Or he got Chris Brown, a little baby on the record. That don't mean nothing. He put money behind that. He want that everywhere.
Exactly.
It's marketing and advertising. Billboards. You gotta do all that.
Right. All that costs.
All the cars.
Yeah.
All that. These little showcases. You gonna have to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no performance. Nothing is free.
Yeah.
And you're talking about one city, as an artist, one city promoting in one city, right? All the radio stations, but imagine a DJ Khaled, like you said, they're promoting worldwide. This is millions of dollars of advertising.
$500,000 just for that's a small budget. That's a small budget for somebody who wants to get their record or their album on billboards in New York and stuff like that. Like that's light. 500,000, and people be like, man, so you ain't made it yet. You ain't made it. You gotta pay. Yeah, you gotta pay for this interview, bro. And also, that's a good thing for me because I know who's serious and who's not.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore, if you would pay this amount of money for my interview so you can be seen, that tells me something. So now I can, once we talk and we build and you do mine, okay, well, you know what, bro? You want more? Go over there to Underground Hittas, man. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but go over there, man. They're going to do something for you. That's where you need to go. That's for another interview. They visual and audio, go over there. And you got to go over here. And you got to go over there.
Yeah.
So now you're in different places. Now you work. Now your face is in different places. So, So that tells me something. And that also helps me keep my relationships, you know what I'm saying, together. So now it's like, I'm going to reach out to y'all like, hey, man, I got somebody. What y'all charging? Y'all charging 150? Okay, I'm gonna tell them 250. I'm gonna tell them 250. Send them on over there. Go ahead and get y'all money on. But they gotta pay.
Yeah.
They gotta pay. And if all media stick together and say, look, we ain't playing with y'all, man, y'all gotta pay. And we ain't shortchanging, now what y'all gonna do?
Right.
Now y'all gotta pay. Now y'all gotta pay.
Right, they need the exposure.
Exactly.
So need exposure. So you gotta pay.
Right.
That's it.
And
It's
even though we use the word exposure, right?
Yeah.
In the end, it's marketing. In
Marketing.
the end, that's all exposure is marketing. You have to market yourself. You have to get yourself out on different platforms. I'm pretty sure the people that listen to you, they don't all listen to us, and vice versa.
They will.
But I'm just saying, like, a lot of them, there's still people that I see on other people's platforms that I've never seen before. And I'm like, oh, that's a new face.
And also, that's what I tell people that as well. I tell these artists that as well. It's always, and I keep that mindset for myself to where I get to stay, I have to stay humble myself. It's still somebody out here that don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, how do you get them to notice you? You gotta keep working. You gotta keep posting.
Yeah. All the time.
So, yeah, that's how I built my following, man. That's how everything been cracking for me. So, yeah, you gotta put in this money. You gotta put in work. I enjoy it.
So, I got a question. It's Illinois Media School question.
Oh, boy.
But you also did shows on Illinois Media School, right? Before I ask this question.
No. Nah. I did like one of the be on air type thing. I did that one time, and I had a co-host with my girl. Well, she's my sister, my dope sister. And we did that like 2 times, and it was like, I do my own show.
Hey.
I ain't like they set up. I ain't like the way they did anything.
Yeah.
I want my own.
You ride solo. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm like, you know what? I like to do a lot of things my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like to do it how I want it. I love to do everything my way, so I feel comfortable in my own space. Mm-hmm. So I created my whole podcast. I listen to them all the time, so might as well make my own. And I've been winning. I've been winning the whole time.
Right. That's what's up. Right. So my question is, how was your first show that you did compared to your most recent show that you did as far as development wise?
Which show? Like, are you talking about hostings or are you talking about
like
podcast? That's a good question, bro. From the first one that I did, it was, like I said, it was just audio. So I was just worried about making sure the audio was good, make sure the sound was right.
Yeah.
After that, I had to cut certain things, take the I had to take all that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cut all that out, and
radio etiquette right there.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had to cut them.
Yeah.
Till the one I just actually did, there's none of that. I just talk freely, and I know how to control what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
So instead of saying you just pause, think about what you're gonna say,
Yeah.
and then you say it.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna wait on you anyway, so you might as well collect all your thoughts first before you start saying you know what I'm saying, or yeah. You just stop
Sound like
talking.
you about to rap.
You just stop talking.
Or use different words like so, like a lead-in word.
What?
Pick your words.
Yeah, you use a lead-in word.
Get more articulate.
I'm telling y'all.
I'm not a spring chicken.
I can't tell.
I was on radio in the 90s.
Where you going with this?
Wiz was still in his daddy's nutsack at that time.
Damn.
Okay, Keys is probably still in a nutsack somewhere too.
Nah, if it was 93, then I was here.
Y'all 90s baby?
90, yes, they're baby babies.
I'm 98.
93.
They're baby babies.
Yeah, they baby. Y'all some baby, bro.
Yeah.
Even when I say this, people are like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I'm a bicentennial baby." Even you probably look like, "What?"
Yeah, I'm trying to see what bicentennial. What do you mean by that?
1776. So all the 76. Anytime there's a 76, you're considered a bicentennial.
You put me on something new.
So 1776, 1876, 1976. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm in the 80s. I'm in the 80s. I might not look like it, you know, but I'm in the 80s, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 70s.
That was a great decade.
Quick question.
Okay.
With you being how old you are and being how old they are, how did this come together? Like, how did this form?
Wow. So
Story time.
So funny thing, they were all Keys. So Moolah's out of town and Jay works now. So there's usually 5 of us.
Okay.
So Jay, Keys, Moolah, and Wiz, they all were at mainstream radio with Little John.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had an artist that was interviewing there. And so I brought them there and we all met. That was the first time we met. Mula wasn't there because he was out of town like always.
Yeah.
So when we decided, we decided to do something different. We decided to part ways. One of them called me and was like, "Do you still want to do radio? Because I know you used to do radio. Do you still want to do it?" I was like, "Yeah." And literally that night, he opened a radio station.
Just like that.
Yep.
LLC'd it that night, and we were up and running. We had, our official date is like December 5th. By the middle of December, we had our first media day event.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have like a space yet. We were still looking for a space, and people were just booking us.
But y'all made it work though.
Right.
Y'all
So
made it work. Got that back.
Yeah, we made it. We made it happen.
As you should.
So we were at 4 locations.
Hey, you and these things, bro. You and these, I gotta get my stuff together.
Man.
I like it.
You gotta have him come board out for you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because I be doing my own machine, but I like what you got going on.
He's on cue all the time. So
Yes,
we had
sir.
4 locations. We had Chicago, Maryville, Indianapolis. We still have Indianapolis, and St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, where I lived forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So when you want to expand, we have room for another show. Maybe you can get on our visual end, our Roku end. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna let the cat out of the bag.
Well, yeah, we are. I've been telling everybody.
Oh, okay.
I've been telling, because I need a 106 and Park type, old or like bring back the old MTV
Like Big Tigger in the basement or something.
VJs.
Well, see, but you know what? I kind of do that in my own way. That's what the Underground 7 Countdown is.
I saw that. It
Yeah,
does
man.
look like that.
That's what the Underground 7 Countdown. That's my countdown show. The top 7 hottest videos. It's not just in Chicago. I get people from Miami. I got some people on there from New York, Tampa, all that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm bringing that hits from the street back because I'm in different places at different times, and we doing different. We're going to different videos and still highlighting a lot of different places in Chicago. You know what I mean? Whether it's stores, art galleries, wherever. You know what I mean? Or just if I'm on the street. You know what I'm saying? We locking in with a lot of people and a lot of businesses. So yeah, man, I brought that feel back, that Rap City type of, you know what I'm saying, big ticket vibe. So I brought that back just a little bit. Because I know we needed it, because all these videos is just going on YouTube and that's it. But if I go to a countdown, I can get, you know what I'm saying, start a little competition, raise a little hell around the city. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, just do it like that. Just make everything fun.
That'd be like the new wave.
Because I've been missing that.
Yeah.
I've been missing that.
Lock in. Lock into the Underground.
They should have never.
They
should have never took MTV Jams off.
I want a whole I want to see it all. You know, like just back-to-back shows with VJs that are personalities that keep you entertained, and it's just all of that. You know, because all those countdown shows have different top 10s, top 20s, or whatever, and just to see them how they interact, I miss that. It's almost like reality TV took that away. It felt like.
Yeah, with the fighting and all that other goofy stuff. Yeah, love the hip hop and all that. Yeah, it took it away because that was more entertaining, but still from our era, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was the who's who when social media wasn't around. We knew who that was. You know what I mean? So now that social media kind of diluted it down. So, but we're gonna bring it back to some type of way.
And our parents paid for cable, so we could watch it.
You feel me? I ain't paying for cable, man. I got, you know what I mean?
Oh, you get free cable?
Huh?
You get free cable?
I can't say that.
I'm about to say
Federal.
I can't say that. Y'all are locked in with license and all. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm just gonna know what
do that for myself.
We'll edit this part out. We can edit that part out. We can edit it out. Man. Nah, but we are gonna get into a music break though.
Yes,
Another
sir.
music break. Who we got, Wiz? Who we got?
Let's go ahead and get some Treasure by Kel James up in the building.
Oh man, that's my man.
Back here with y'all got in the building right here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, J-Way just walked into the building.
Yeah, he just, man, the way he came in like he was the police or something.
I was wondering who was opening the door.
Everybody on the floor, right there.
It's because you was talking about that free damn cable.
No. They ain't had nothing. I said we can edit that out. We still can if you want to.
Yeah, I cut it short when he talked about cable.
I wouldn't do that. Come in like the ball. I would have just banged on the door.
Well, they kick doors in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got young Gotti in the building, you know what I'm saying? So having dealt with a lot of artists,
Mm-hmm.
you know, would you want to like manage, or would you want to manage artists, or would you want to just give them like consultation?
I do. I manage one. I got an artist. I got an artist myself. Jay Mentari. He's out there in Baltimore.
Ooh, okay.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Be more.
Yeah, be more, man. Shout out, man, my boy Jay Mentari. He's very dope. I actually saw him at the Midwest Takeover.
Okay.
And I saw what he did, man. He gave the whole room a different type of feel. So when I locked into him, I said, okay, cool. You know, I got a show, things like that, man. Come lock in with me sometime. And when he told me he was from Baltimore, I said, damn, you drove way from Baltimore to get here for a show? I said, I like the dedication. So then...
That's like 10 hours or something like that, right?
So then what he did was, he said, man, I want to do your show. I want to do your show. I'm like, okay, well, cool. Lock in. You know, this is the price. Go ahead and pay for it. He paid for it. He paid for it 3 months in advance. 3 months in advance. So when that time came around, him and 4 of his guys, they drove all the way back to do an hour interview to go all the way back. So when I saw that dedication,
you have to.
When I saw that dedication, and then when I sat down and talked to him and see where his mind was, it was just like, yeah, I like you, bro. You know what? I'm gonna keep in touch with you. And when I kept in touch with him, I actually flew out to Baltimore to sit down with him. I flew out there, went to go talk to him, signed him under Gotti's World Entertainment, and we've been rocking out ever since, man. He just went out to Atlanta to do his new video, I Get High. But it's not. He's not. He gives you a Juice WRLD vibes.
Okay.
He's not into the jewelry. He's not flashy. He's none of that.
Okay.
But he's very, very dope. Very versatile, and that's why I'm like, he's marketable. Very marketable. So I'm like, he's coming different than what we see on the regular. So I said, boom, let me snatch you up, bro. I got you. And he's only 23. So
okay.
I said, man. Yeah. So I just locked in with him, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since, man. So when he do something, we talk about it, set the videos up, or we push certain things, we push the market, and as I'm working out here, he working out there, so we can cover, what I'm saying, a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so since this is explicit, I got this question.
Come on with it.
I know you had your share of groupies, right?
Yes, I have. Yes, sir.
Alright,
yes, sir.
Tell the people.
I got, when you say groupies, because I am married, but when you say groupies, ones that I haven't touched, is that what you're saying? Okay.
Whichever ones you want to expound upon.
Okay, well, yeah. I definitely got that.
Yeah, okay.
That comes with the tip.
Okay, so before the marriage.
I was wild.
Okay. Tell the time, the wildest thing that a groupie did.
Oh, man.
Well, see, getting into this, I've been married.
Okay.
I was married while I got into this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I can tell you about the...
so it'd be like pre-music industry.
Yeah. So if we talking pre, then shit, chicks pulling up, you know what I'm saying, trench coats, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm ignoring
They
them.
do that?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
And,
It's business.
Yeah,
yes.
You know what I mean. And trench coats just trying to get my attention when I wasn't really rocking with them, or they kind of pissed me off or whatever, and they just like trying to get back in good graces. But if we talking now, it's they just trying to slide in the DMs. They, you know what I'm saying, what's up? I want to come on the show when it's another motive. They ain't got nothing really going on.
Of course.
But they want to come do a show with me, and maybe I could be a co-host. I ain't never had a co-host. What I need a co-host for? It's my show. What the hell I need a co-host for?
She want a co-host.
You know what I'm saying? But I see it a mile away, and I'm like, no, I'm cool.
You a good dude.
Yeah.
I got partners that keep me straight. My wife keep me straight.
That's what's up.
Hey, and then you got to see what everything that I can lose. So it's like, man, that shit ain't worth a gamble.
Absolutely.
That ain't worth a gamble, bro.
Absolutely.
At all. That ain't worth a gamble at all.
But I know you had like all of them. just a whole litter of them.
Man.
You know
why?
what?
Because
Like
he light skinned.
No, not just because of that. Just,
you know, it's not even because I was telling them, you weren't even here, but I started in the strip clubs. That's how when my live host.
Oh, you started the strip club.
Yeah, Club O, V Live. You know what I'm saying? Where we at?
That is a hell of a way to start out.
That's where I got my break at.
Lord.
That's where I got my break at, and it wasn't even the strippers.
Okay.
It wasn't even the strippers. It was the regular girls that was coming to the club.
Really?
They saw, like I was saying, they saw a person. They thought I was a regular guy. But then when they saw this microphone in my hand and I'm walking around and I'm talking my shit, they like, oh, he's somebody. I need to know him.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got awkward when, imagine this. Close your eyes. Imagine this.
Okay.
You standing, just talking to a stripper.
Yeah.
She's completely naked.
Yeah.
And you just having a regular conversation.
They don't even
But a picture flashes and it gets posted. What does that look like to my wife's eyes?
You fucking.
You see what I'm saying? And it's that I have to have them talks. We weren't even talking about nothing.
Right.
I was talking to her about.
And you gotta lean over to talk to, you know
what I mean? But I gotta talk to him.
Yeah.
But it's the
visual.
It's a
it's
explicit,
look,
right?
look.
This is explicit, right?
Yeah.
It's a mind fuck because you gotta you sitting here.
You see what you see, but it ain't what you see.
Right.
Picture's worth 1,000 words.
You know, and I'm probably sure people thought the same thing. There's probably a picture of me with the girl with the butt plug. And she bending over like, let me show you my butt plug. And I'm looking
at his
It's a true story.
Hey man, you done brought a whole nother dynamic.
I told you we were waiting for him.
But I'm rocking.
But she did. She was like, I'm going to bend over. Go ahead and get your camera. I'm going to show you my butt plug. And the thing was like huge, right? And I was like, y'all, I have to show the guys this butt plug.
So this really happened.
Got you stunk on that stage.
So imagine like. So imagine somebody taking a picture or video on somebody's butt plug and how that looks. You know, like it's all misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Like you have to be there at the moment to know what's really happening.
I got in trouble for dancing on her.
Wait.
Well, she dancing on me.
Mm-hmm. Were you
And,
dancing
we
back
having
though?
A problem. We having a problem. It's a party. It's a
Did
party.
you
I
touch?
gotta interact.
Did you touch?
My hands was up. My hand, one was on the mic, one was like
But
this.
what was below the belt doing though?
Oh, she was dancing.
But what were you doing?
What were you doing?
Right.
Yeah. Did you respond?
This is where I was at.
Did you
But
hip
did you
thrust?
respond?
That attention.
Did
You ain't hearing what I'm saying. This is where I was at the whole time.
No hip thrust.
No hip thrust.
So
I
you
was here
didn't
the whole time.
respond. You
I was
didn't
here the whole
respond.
time.
You didn't respond.
I was here the whole time.
Do you know what I mean by responding?
I know what you was saying. I was here the whole time.
He's saying the only thing that was responding was his arms up in the air with one with the mic and one party.
And I slid over and just so happened the video was
His hands was in the air like he didn't care.
So look, this is the thing. This is the thing. You're gonna have to always practice social distancing with these strippers.
I ain't been in the strip club since. Well,
Man.
yeah, I ain't been in the strip club. Yeah, I ain't got booked in the strip club. I just been doing regular clubs, regular showcases. So I think that phase is kind of out with me right now.
Yeah.
They ain't really booking really right now.
Right.
So it is.
But
I'm
don't
at that stage.
did you ever find it weird? Because, you know, we've been around a lot of strippers. Did you ever find it weird though when they're butt naked and you're trying to have a conversation? Like for me.
It ain't weird because
No,
we're
but like for
talking
me-
about real shit.
Yeah, but like me, I'm
That's
like.
money, yeah.
We talking about money. We talking about, man, what's up with your kid? I knew
Problems
some of
and
them.
everything.
Where your kid? Ooh, I just had to drop them off or ooh.
There was always
What's called a
odd for
sick.
me. It was all because I'm like, can you put your breast up so we can talk? Can you put your titties up
She
just for
gotta
a
go on
second?
stage.
Well,
She gotta get her money.
I guess you get used to it because you see it all the time.
She
It's
had
like,
her back.
it's just titties.
I got used to it, but to the person that's not in, in the in crowd,
Yeah.
they look at it like, nigga, you win.
But
Nigga,
it's
you
like-
win, and it's like,
No,
bro.
right. It's just
We
titties.
was talking about this.
Right. It's just
They're
titties.
like, you're not talking about what y'all having for dinner. Like,
Some
yes,
guys,
I was.
Some guys are just thirsty, man. They thirsty.
Believe me, I know.
I'm seeing something.
Believe me, I know, bro.
Yeah. You ever seen a dude bark at a woman?
No, I ain't seen that yet.
You know?
What in the hell?
No.
I ain't seen that yet.
That's how hungry they be.
Hell no, nigga.
What you?
No, seriously.
Hell you on?
No, seriously. That's how thirsty they be. Like.
What you got, Jay? Cause you know you missed a little bit. So you got any more?
Man, you got any other wild stories?
Hey, he love the wild stories.
He does love the wild.
Yeah.
This conversation ain't finna go all the way.
But what?
No, I've never cheated on my wife physically.
Wait.
On my wife physically.
So
Well,
you
I'm
did
talking
it.
about like pre-marriage, like no marriage stuff, like
Nah,
you know, like if you had a girlfriend.
a girlfriend, shit, I didn't care.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, time out.
What?
He said he never cheated on his wife physically. So what does that mean?
There's emotional
You
cheating.
cheated mentally, emotionally.
A lot of emotional things. I have talked to different women when we wasn't seeing eye to eye and things like that. But that was.
But he said girlfriends don't really count. Like
they kind of don't.
what do you mean?
They kind of don't.
How do they not count? It's still you're still saying I'm with you. So how does that not count? Like we're together.
You're single until you married.
That part.
You're single until you married.
Yeah, that means there is some merit to that.
But
No, it is. That's true.
But how do you know that you could trust somebody to be married to them if you can't trust them while you're dating?
I don't trust anybody fully. I don't feel like you can't trust anybody fully.
You can't. But enough to spend your life with them. Like, how do you know if they're just not?
I don't know. I got an issue with that. That statement. Like,
You never trust anybody 100%. They're always gonna let you down
It's not even possible.
Then how was you able to get married then? You had to trust your wife.
because you trust them enough.
Yeah, I trust them enough because I know the things that I need to know about them. She's going to take care of my kids. She's going to take care of me. She's this type of woman, things like that. I know that part, and that's all we do know. But you can never say, have you ever said the statement, man, I can't control nobody. I can't control nobody. I can't control a woman. I can't do that.
That's true.
I don't know what she gonna do. I don't know what she gonna do. I ain't with her 24/7. You ever said that?
I have.
All right. I can't trust nobody fully, bro.
I guess you're right in that instance.
But you just have to trust them enough to be like, I can be with this person.
Yeah.
But if they, and it's about like, some people probably wouldn't mess up in that way. You trust them enough.
Yeah,
like it may be something else, like a conversation or something, but it's not gonna be like she out getting raw dogged in the in some alley.
Facts. And like I said, I have did a lot of things that wasn't right, but she stuck
by your side.
She worked it out. So
and
therefore,
that's a real one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
At
this point in time, what I tell her, I owe you.
Man.
I owe you everything that comes with this. Whatever, money, whatever. I owe you that because you never wavered. And
Never switch sides.
That's what counts for me.
She didn't switch up.
That's
Unfortunately, there's a lot of women that switch up.
No, let's not go there.
It is.
But that's not.
No, but it is though. It is.
But there's a lot of men that do that too.
Yeah.
And it won't be over a conversation. It'll just be because she looks like she got a fat ass in them jeans. You know? And it's like.
We ain't talking about the physical aspect.
But men switch up because y'all more. Y'all don't switch for the same things women do because we're built differently. And generally, if something happens, it's because somebody is more physically appealing.
So,
or you feel, and they'll talk a good game. Be like, I can cook better than your wife. I can clean better than your wife.
I hear all that. I hear all that sneak this and shit. But
right.
I hear all that. But it's like bullshit. I know what's there. I know what she didn't did. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I know when I didn't have that bread to make that show. I spent that money to do what I needed to do at the crib to get to that. She put me on that plane. You know what I mean? She put me on the plane. She believed. She trusted. You know what I mean? Even though it's hard as shit for her to do it, she did it.
Right.
Because she did it off the strength of me and how much she loved me. So now it's like, no, I can't. I've entertained I entertained brothers. I did it. I was dealing with myself before her. I was doing it my way for 20 some odd years. I was doing it my way.
Yeah.
You can't just break that habit.
Right.
Just like that. It takes time. When coming together and all that, it takes time to break that, to understand what this one thing is about, becoming one thing is about. That should take time.
So she was patient with you.
She's still patient with me.
Man, that's the key to success.
She's still patient
That's
with
the key to success. Understanding and patience.
And that's why we in the position to where we at now, to where she's successful and her thing, I'm successful, what I got going on, and we making it work. So can't nothing come in between this bond because we got so much understanding, we ain't got no misunderstanding.
Somebody said a statement, and it happened to be a guy. He said a statement to me that says, if you cheat, you have to cheat with somebody that has just as much to lose as you do. So then that way, what? No, and this was his reasoning when he broke it down. He was like, because if I was to cheat and I have a wife, and she's single, the girl I'm cheating with is single, she has nothing to lose at home. There's nothing. Woo, Jesus, it got hot.
Look, that's that spirit up here.
Yeah, hey, we gonna get off of that, Lord.
We hear you loud and clear, my man.
I need to turn this room red, because it's hell up in here.
So let's go ahead and keep it going. With you doing your traveling, meeting new faces, shaking different hands, how's the communication for you, like, as in, like, understanding, like, people's culture that you go to, like, from one city to the next?
It's just adjusting. Just adjusting and peeping the scene out, networking, knowing who's who. And like I said, just adjusting and moving the way I move. So also seeing what they got going on, know how to play it, still be me at the same time, and play it like a player, man. And just be it. Be in a scene. Don't be too starstruck. None of that. Cause at the end of the day, everybody here for a reason. Everybody behind this booth. I got a mic. He got a mic. He's somebody. So therefore, it ain't no point of being. We all in the same industry. You know what I mean? It ain't no fan. It ain't no fan shit. You know what I mean? So you just adjust, move how you move, and if you solid, then that's what it's gonna be. But if you one of them fans, or you get starstruck, or you just want to be in the light and want to be seen and want to be heard, it'll show. It'll come out. All that'll come out.
Do you think that with being starstruck, do you think that would put you on the outskirts of the inner circle that was like forming and everything?
What you mean?
Like being starstruck. Like a lot of people wouldn't mess with somebody who's starstruck and they like.
Yeah, because they look at them as fans. Like
You've never been here before. You
know what I'm saying? Like you don't understand what's going on. That's why I actually had to have a conversation with one of my big homies, and he was saying, and he got bands. You know what I'm saying? He's in the industry, and he was just like, man, I just want to be treated regular, because there's so many people that want something from me all the time, or they want me to go out my way to do something for them. I want to be regular. Talk to me regular if I ain't got no money. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, man.
It is, but at the end of the time, but that's why certain people, I had to get this understanding, that's why the people who are in the position, that's why they deal with certain people that's already in the position, because they can relate and they don't need nothing from each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of like motherfuckers move out of town, or they do this, or they move from family, or they say, okay, y'all good here, I'm finna go over here and deal with my people in this circle. That's why I don't come back here, you know what I'm saying, to deal, because y'all want something from me, least you know, y'all want to get clout for the name and stuff like that. So I had to understand that, and it kind of came close to, you know what I'm saying, me, as, you know what I'm saying, my pockets get a little bit bigger, I understand it. I see it. And it's like, nah, do what you've been doing, stay to yourself, because I'm the only child. So I know how to be by myself. I know how to be in my own little circle. So
That's why you're such an entertainer. You've been entertaining yourself for a long time.
So I just had to get it out to everybody. Everybody else got to figure it out.
Did you sit in your room playing with yourself, talking to yourself, entertaining yourself, putting on your...
Paul. She tried to catch me up.
Hey,
Paul.
I entertain myself all the time.
Hey, talking to yourself is fine. Makes you feel
nothing
good.
wrong with
You say you're playing with yourself.
Ain't nothing wrong with entertaining yourself. If you ain't got no company, who gonna keep you company?
Wow.
Big facts. Big facts.
Look, we got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we down to our last 5 minutes.
We down to this last
Wow.
5 minutes.
Let's make it count. Let's make it count. But I get it.
Yeah, so Young Gotti, man, go ahead and give out a shout out to the show, social media, where they can follow you, anything that you got coming up, let people know.
Say less, say less. Man, y'all can find me _YUNG Gotti on Instagram, on Facebook, Urban Woods. Y'all can find me on there. Hit that button, man. Follow me. I'll follow back. Obviously, I don't think I got too many friends, so I might have to delete a couple motherfuckers to get y'all back in. But I got you. But you know how Facebook is. But
Yeah.
I got you on that. And also, we can find all my content, man. All my interviews, the Underground 7 Countdown, and the Gotti's World Show, G World Media. Y'all lock in with that. Hit that subscribe button. That like, follow, and subscribe. Do all that so we get these numbers up. So it can become one of them big staples in the city.
Straight up.
And you might be able to see them on our Roku channel one day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
There
Come
you
on
go.
now. Come on. Go.
Straight up.
I was
There
just
you
saying,
go.
look, you know,
We can talk. We can talk.
what do these kids talk about now? It's all about manifesting. You got to manifest.
Hell yeah. Manifest that
Manifest.
shit.
So,
I got a lot of things in the works, man. I got a lot of things in the works. Also, I just want to plug this. I just dropped a big announcement. I'm gonna be on my DJ Khaled shit, man. So my step into the music industry, I'm gonna put my collaboration album out. I'm not doing any rapping or singing or nothing like that, but I'm bringing a lot of artists that I do know and that's dope, that's around the city and got that fire. I'm bringing them all on one track together, so people who wouldn't, you know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
people who wouldn't normally collab, they get the collab on mine.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? And giving people a chance and get a, you know what I'm saying, just get my stuff and also getting them paid as well. So make sure they business straight, helping them out at the same time. They BMI ass capping so they can get to understand what these royalties is about and all that for a verse and all that. You know what I mean? So just helping out, man.
That's what's up, man.
That's what I got going on, man.
That's what's up.